Welcome back to the channel, folks. This week we're riding this, the Triumph Rocket 3R.
Down in the dirt.
Triumph Rocket 3R. Wow, what a machine. Have a look at that.
The latest Triumph Rocket 3 has the world's largest production motorcycle engine at just shy of 2,500cc in this inline triple engine.
The torque is 221 Newton meters at around about 3,500 revs. 221 Newton meters. That's phenomenal.
This latest model is shaved 40 kilograms off its waistline, but still sits at 291 kilograms dry.
So by the time you add all your fluids, and fuel, you're probably looking at another 35-40 kilograms. So I reckon on the road this thing's going to be sitting at around about the 320 to 330 kilogram mark. It's a big heavy beast, but believe you me, when you start moving on this, you don't notice it in the slightest. Jeez, that pull is phenomenal. This is in sport mode and I'm hardly touching the throttle. Second gear I'm in, trundling along at 40 miles an hour. Right, it's third, just under 3,000 revs. Oh my god, there's pull there as well. Feels even more. Even, where normally I think I would be happy to sit and chug along in second, this thing feels like you want to drop it into first. But it is lovely and smooth. Sometimes if you go into first gear at anything more than like 5-10 miles an hour on a lot of bikes, it's really jerky, isn't it? This is, that's me in first gear. It's lovely. You can control it on the throttle, no problem at all. No quick shifter or blipper on this, certainly on this, the R model. I think it comes standard on the GT model. I was on the Triumph website having a little look actually before we came away to see what is standard on the R and standard on the GT. Most notably heated grips, because to me in this day and age, like, heated grips is just like a no-brainer really. And you'd think for a bike which is now over 20 grand, you'd get heated grips, but you don't. And I couldn't even see it as an extra on the Triumph website, although I've been told it is by some of you out there. Slow speed, what's slow speed like? Feels very balanced. That rear brake is lovely. It's full Brembo brakes on this, front and rear. And they are gorgeous. Put this visor down. I'm having to lift the visor because the pin lock's not working very well on this Ruroc, unfortunately. Not the time of year for your pin lock to pack in. Just look at it. It's stunning. Even in the mud and all that dirt, that is a beautiful bike.
And although this is a great big thumping nearly 2,500cc engine, it's not grossly overweight. I mean, look at the lines of this thing. It's got beautiful big full hips at the back here, tapers into a nice little waist, and then both out round the tank. That is some gorgeous design there.
Was that a wee bit too pervy? I think I tried to go too arty there. Sorry. Nationals! This is rain mode. That's nuts. That's rain. It just pulls. Third gear, 2.5, just under 3,000 revs. It's just, getting to 60 miles an hour is literally nothing. Nothing. No effort. Boom. It's there. The power is just instant. And it's everywhere. Let's drop it down to third. Try and get that engine screaming a little bit. Let's whack it into, so that's road mode. Off the throttle, back on. Yeah, you can hear there's a change in the engine note. Did you hear that? Just like another step up in urgency. Not going any quicker, but it's just that little bit more urgent in the power delivery. Love it. Yeah, you really need to lean into that corner more than I am. I'm a bit reticent to because of the cold and the wet. No need. I should just get on with it, grow up here. Overtakes are just, they're not even an issue. Doing a right down here and into these back roads. Okay, let's have a little bit of fun. Just have to lift the visor a wee bit because it's steaming up. Got to be careful on these grotty roads. It's a whole lot of power. Oh, quite bumpy there. Just trying to keep my eye out for any ice. It's quite a firm ride. It is adjustable. Full shower suspension. Nearly had that pigeon. This is a proper cruising mobile, this. Not that kind of cruising. Well, maybe you could. But this is just a sit back, enjoy the ride. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's not engaging. It is very engaging. And you definitely have to keep your wits about you on this thing. It is a big old beast and there is a lot of power. Speaking of power, that torque is shoulder wrenching. It's everywhere. You can be trundling along 6th gear, 40 mile an hour, chugging your way down the road. You touch the throttle and this thing wants to go. Admittedly, drop it into second and this thing will shift the sun. 221 Newton meters of torque, which engages at, I think it's 3,000 revs, and it's all the way through. It's got 165 brake horsepower, which is peaked at 4,000 revs. So you can see this thing is very much an off the mark grunt machine. Oh wow. And down into the 30. Beautiful. Again, at road speeds, so even up to your nationals, up to your 60, 70 miles an hour, you're not even touching the surface of this bike. It just wants to pull and pull and pull. It's a lovely little village, isn't it? Nationals. Right, let's get this in sport. Oh yeah. Wow. That is insane. It's only just coming alive at the point when you're going to jail. Okay, so that was 4th. Let's whack it down into 3rd. In sport mode, 3rd gear. And then go right the way up into 6th. So 6th gear, sat bang on 60 miles an hour. Yeah, so again, the fueling's beautiful. There's even pull there at 6th. 6th gear, 60 miles an hour, 2,000 revs. There's still pull. That just sat at the speed limit, top gear. You are just cruising along. Beautiful, lovely and smooth. This is a thumping great. It's just under 2,500cc triple engine, this. Bevel shaft drive. Smooth. Smooth. Robbo, you know what I'm talking about there, boy. Smooth. To be honest, it's almost like 6 is overkill. 5th feels quite a nice chilled out relaxed gear with still some decent engagement at this sort of national speed. Although to be honest with you, 2nd, 3rd, 4th are where playtime is. On the road anyway. Wonder what this would be like up in the mountains in the tight twisty stuff. Wonder how it'd handle that. Lovely overrun on the engine as you come from nationals down to like 40s, 30s. Beautiful. Oh yeah. That is lovely. Just lean into the corner with this. Lean in, set your shoulders and your hips into the corner. Push on that inside bar. Oh man, I want to try this bike in the summer. Little kink in the road. Nationals. This also comes with cornering ABS on a big old heavy beast like this. So just trundling along in third gear. I'm saying trundling along, we're doing the national speed limit. Ooh, a bit of shine on the road here, I'm not liking the look of that. What's the temperature? 4 degrees, so that's not too bad. The riding position on this is not bad at all. You sit with your feet kind of out to the front really, proper cruiser seating position. You're not right out the front next to the front wheel, but you're sort of directly down below your knee. Lots of grit on the road there. That's what I mean about coming out this time of year. Such a shame. Really can't. Oh, I wanted that one. Oh, what? You're telling me to go up there? Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm just going to whack that into rain because of all this crap on the road. It's actually really quite nice and smooth rain. I quite like it. For your sort of normal road riding, rain's lovely. Probably, for me, would be my more preferred option for this sort of road riding. I mean, are you going to take one of these bikes down roads like this in this sort of weather normally? Probably not. I've got to admit, folks, I am gutted this thing is going back so soon. You cannot exploit this bike on roads during the winter around here. It's just, you just can't do it. Up to 60 miles an hour, this bike is, it's not even, I don't think it even knows it's conscious up to 60 miles an hour. You know, it's just so comfortable chugging along in any gear up to 60, 70 mile an hour. It's got drive everywhere through the rev range, and it will get to some stupid speed and a whole lot of fun. This bike will put a smile on your face. I'm going to miss this bike. I really am. The price on this, it's just gone up. It was around about 19 and a half grand, but it seems the second we moved into 2021, prices have gone up across the board with just about everything. This starts now at, I think it's 20,300 or 20,500 for the R, and then that goes up to 21 and a half, I think it is, starting for the GT. A lot of money, people, a lot of money, but that is a hell of a lot of bike. Okay then, folks, hope you're enjoying these new style review vids. Keep on doing your thing, get on out there, look after those that you love, but most importantly, live your life. Woo-ha!